Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Orange County.
Yes, it was chaotic.
Chaotic, to say the least.
So chaotic.
Also, I mean, really playing a game that long, that's bound to be chaotic.
It was like a cocktail party, and then also there's the game. But the elements of the game didn't make sense.
Zero sense.
And it was just really like, what is happening here?
It reminded me when my mom would try to do something at like Christmas and like, oh, we're going to play a little word game. It's like, no one wants to play this game.
Yes. Just call it like a Traitors party and we dress up like traitors or Scots.
Yeah.
But we don't need to like full on play a game.
Right.
But we'll get all into that. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. So how did the show start out?
You were there.
I told you to remember.
So what had happened?
I wasn't gonna.
What had happened was, it was a lot of talk about. Well, first it was Shannon's getting her breathalyzer put into the car, which is still a thing because like Page 6 like posted a picture of her like yesterday, like blowing into her. So it's still a thing. It wasn't just for the show. She's still doing it. It like was court ordered and whatnot, but. Yeah, you know, it affected everything in her life. And I'm not being shady when I say that. The way she said it was like, my whole life has been changed.
I couldn't drive for 6 months. I'm sure
I couldn't promote my
dry cleaning. That's when she said it. She was like, oh, my dry cleaning's been there since December. My life is in shambles.
No, it was also, you know, I can't promote my products, which I don't really know what her product is. I don't think it's just the enema. I think it's like healthy stuff.
No, but I remember wasn't she like partnering up with the doctor guy?
Her doctor, yes.
Yeah,
that's right.
And I think that's what that was about. But it's so rare that we hear from one season to the next about like each housewife's, you know, business that I was shocked by this.
Thought they went the way of Dorit's wedding dresses.
Yeah, or the cuppery room. So
yeah, so there's that, and then it was a lot of, you know, let's talk about family stuff. I did like the conversation between Jenn and Katie about Katie's ex.
Oh yeah, we did learn more about that
for sure. It seems pretty sad that her husband doesn't have a relationship with his daughter and with his other son.
Right.
It seems,
but it seems like we have carte blanche now just to be like, you know, Katie's ex was a dirtbag. They haven't really painted a different story.
They have not really painted.
So I mean,
we'll also do like he was in the press recently. I guess he called the police, but like it was to tell them that she was cheating on him. I don't know. It came from In Touch Weekly. I don't know if it's true, but
when have you known In Touch to ever exaggerate or lie about something?
I mean, just all the time. But
allegedly,
you're right. But yeah, I guess because we didn't quite know. Because we always wondered, why is her other son in San Diego? Why didn't he come? And it's like, oh, he has chosen to be with his dad. That's his dad. Whereas the other kids are like, that's not my dad, to the extent that her daughter
is changing her name
to her now current husband's name.
Right.
Who she has a son with. Banyan?
Just Bannon, I think.
Bannon, no Y.
Yeah, not Banyan.
Got it. Banyan will make more sense.
That'd be a tree in Hawaii, I think, is a banyan tree.
Oh, it would be. And again, it would make more sense. Because she got married. So the story of like, she gets married in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, that was
her brother-in-law, or future brother-in-law says like, good luck with him. She's unsure about it. And her parents are like, no, you need to do this. Yeah. We flew to Hawaii for this.
Well, she also made it seem like it was because the Catholic side of things.
Right.
Like, you know, you're pregnant. And you're...
Well, I'm saying she kind of blew the Catholic thing like up in smoke because she had a 14-month at her wedding.
Yeah, but I mean, you can still, you know, make it right after the fact.
By getting married.
I mean, if Jesus can be resurrected, then so can Emily.
Well, she got married sooner, it seems.
Yeah, should have.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so that all makes sense.
Yeah.
But I liked learning more. I like her daughter.
Yeah. They're both so damn pretty.
Katie's insanely pretty.
And her daughter insanely so too.
Yes. Like every time I'm like just stunned by her. And normally I wouldn't be like, I'd be like, about that confessional look. But I like it. I like that it's traditional but modern.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I'd be like, it could very well have gone towards a costumey place.
Right.
But she didn't. and like the makeup and whatnot.
Yeah, the styling was good. It's like,
right.
I think had she stuck 2 chopsticks back in her hair, we would have had a problem. But she's
the Asian one, but we're like, no, I have a problem with
right. Be like, okay, a little too costumey
on the nose.
Yeah. No. So I think you're right. It's good, and it's just a nice. I don't know. It's one of those things when you're reminded of someone who would wear that to a party and actually have a reason to wear it.
Yeah. Yes.
It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't like I'm wearing a costume. It was very much like I'm being stylish with it.
Very much so. I also think, because I was saying earlier that somebody said that they thought that Katie was boring. And I think maybe she might not say everything in scene, but she's really good at confessionals. Like that's when like the good shade comes out.
But I mean, that's part of the problem, though, is that she's not saying it at the time. And then she's saying all this stuff behind people's backs, which will come back at the reunion. And then it'll be like, well, why'd you say all that stuff about me? And it's like, who cares?
Well, if I was her, I'd be like, Gina, why are you calling me a freaking liar?
Yeah. What did you think about Emily apologizing to her?
Oh, apologizing to Jenn?
Oh, that was to Jenn.
Yeah. We'll get there. I was just going to say, before we get there, we had the Tamra Sophia scenes.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Yes, which I really... So again, people, let's stop talking about parents, and like Tamra's daughter doesn't talk to her, and Sam and 2 of Simon's kids don't talk to him. Like, let's just leave that alone. I know like she brought it to the table, but let's stop weaponizing this. It's a sad state of affairs when any parent doesn't have a good relationship with their child, because the parent feels it, the child feels it. And I know Tamra misses Sydney, and I'm sure Simon misses Sophia and Spencer, and it's just sad that they can't be, not that they can be a family again, because they're they'll
always be a family, yeah,
but they can't be have a relationship.
Well, whenever there's no contact going on either end, whether children's angle or the parents' angle, it's just sad. I mean, there's just something trauma they can't get over, or they're not ready to. So,
but like, if you look at Reddit, it's like, oh, because she chose the show over her daughter, and it's like, you don't know the damn story.
And nothing's that black.
Why are you talking about? Like, go out and touch grass. Like, people just really are just like, take it to the nth degree. It's a bit much. Yeah.
Especially for a show that's, ingrained on don't bring the children into it, for the fans to just turn around and bring the children into it. It's like, that should be off limits for everybody.
Totally.
I mean, unless you're Gia Giudice and you actually, have confessionals on the show.
Right.
But if Sophia starts getting confessionals of her own, then we can bring it up, right?
Well, not really.
Unless she talks about it.
Well, you heard she was very much like, I don't want to talk about Dad.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think Tamara's respecting that. And she's not going into detail about Sydney, the daughter that doesn't talk to her, so it's just...
Yeah, it's just an ugly look when all this stuff going on. And they every one of the women, a lot of women in all these shows have some issues, relationship with their kids and whatnot. So just, off limits.
Okay.
I agree.
Yes. Okay, so now we get to the game, and now we, get to the Emily Jenn of it all.
Yeah.
So I liked that.
I was getting that a little mixed up with the Heather and Katie at all. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that before we even got to the apology that Emily told us why she was so triggered by Jenn, and it totally makes sense. It's not like some Housewives bullshit where it's like, I'm triggered because... i.e. Gina last year triggered by Jenn because my husband had an affair and you had an affair, and it's like, girl, shut up. But this actually makes sense that, Emily didn't have very much growing up, didn't have anyone looking out for her. Jenn was very much at everyone looking after her, like she was coddled to a certain extent. And, now Emily's like, well, figure your stuff out. I figured my stuff out, but, when you're coddled, you don't know right away.
Right.
So she was taking out all of her past trauma out on Jenn and like owned up to it, was accountable, and it was a genuine apology.
Yeah, there's no if involved in that at all.
Exactly. Like, it was like, I'm sorry if you were upset. No, she's like, I was a dick to you.
Yeah, and she was straight up said, like, that's on me. Like, that's not you, and I'm sorry that I made it on you,
And I like when Jenn was like, I look up to you, and Emily's like, well, now I really feel like an asshole.
I was like, why? I'm just Emily. No.
Just being Emily, my spray tan and my
But no, that was very good to see. And also that she like recognized that she was the problem.
Yeah.
And that like she was being harsh and, it was definitely very mature of her.
Very much so. It was a mature conversation.
You don't see very often on these shows.
Not on, especially not in Orange County. I also have to say, like, again, I like, I keep saying this thing. I love her, but I love Alexis, but it was kind of good that she wasn't on the episode. They were able to like move forward a lot because she kind of sucks the air out of the room when she's there. And I think, looking back or watching this back, hopefully she's like, I was really off the chain of an asshole.
I somehow don't think she's going to realize.
I don't know. I saw an interview where she said that, she felt that she was annoyed with herself watching it back. So maybe there will be some awareness, but I'm not hoping for a lot, but yeah, maybe come reunion, someone will say, girl, you want to come back next season? You need to dial this back, give some apologies, and be aware.
But now with the, engagement announced between Alexis and John Jansen, that's going to be a topic of the reunion.
Right.
So I think that's going to be another...
And congratulations to them.
Yeah.
Just be in love. Just be quieter in love.
No, they should be able to scream it from the rooftops.
Yeah.
But...
don't scream it in Shannon's face.
Yeah, maybe be a little,
Facelift.
Yeah. Be a little... Don't scream it in her facelift. Just got to remember that. We got to be faster on that one in the future. No, but they don't need to really be, flaunting it in her face. But if they're truly happy and that's what they want to do, then yeah, get engaged. This point, how many times have they each been married?
Just one. She only once with her.
John, I don't know how many times, but
I think just one. I don't know. I'd have to look him up. I sent because he's on Instagram, but like his account is private, so I sent a request to follow, and I don't think he's going to answer.
Oh, you sent a follow request?
Yeah, under our houses watching Housewives.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I thought.
What if he ends up being our first interview? We're just like,
I would love to interview John Jansen.
I don't know what the hell we'd say to John Jansen.
All the things, like the two Eds should get him on their show.
Oh, that'd be good.
Like, hello, that's a no-brainer. I like what I know of John Jansen. Maybe he might be problematic in some areas. Maybe he could have handled things better, but I'd like to know more outside of this.
You want to get his perspective?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, anywho, moving on to their polarizing person or another hated person in the Bravoverse.
Heather.
No. I was going to say gay.
Oh, yeah. No, she's not hated. She's beloved. Heather Gay. Maybe not by us yet, but I'm sure we'll warm up to her again.
She's lucky that she had that Monica's downfall could boost her up. I digress. We'll get to that when it's all like.
So are you trying to bring up Teddi?
Yes, my girl Teddi was on the show, and
she's gonna get played dirty by this appearance. She really
because the internet, Twitter's exploding, Reddit's exploding. John Mellencamp's daughter dared to breathe air.
Right. And then they're going to pin this whole kind of stoic behavior on her. And she thought she was so cool. It's like, no, she was just trying to play the part.
She was doing Alan Cumming. Yeah. That's what he does. He's very dramatic. Traitors. Was that pretty good?
That was actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting a full-on Scottish accent. But you just pull him out. I was so surprised.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, she was doing a imitation in her own way. First of all, looks stunning, as Katie said. Like, she and Katie could have a stunning off. Oh my gosh.
I didn't realize that she was just wearing a riding outfit. As the fact that she rides horses, that's like
that's in her closet.
Yeah, she just has that.
She should have had like a little hat with a little veil. That would have been very Alan.
That would have been good. Yeah, they need to zhuzh that up a little bit more.
Or like a fascinator.
Yeah. Or exactly. It should have been like a jockey hat with like some embellishment.
Yeah, like beating. Yeah.
So, but just for her to wear straight up, horse riding outfit, I was like,
I want to hear like when she talks about this with Emily.
Erica.
I want to hear all like how this all went.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah. But no, I thought she did a good job. She delivered her line. Good evening, Housewives and Vicky.
Yeah.
They managed to like actually coexist for a bit in a room together. Although of course Teddi like talked Vicky talks smack about her because she always does about Two T's in a Pod, their #1 podcast. sorry, Vicky, you're in your little made-up podcast, can't compete.
All right. I like how she was like, whatever the two, blah, 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 blah. It's like,
the one you tried to have Teddi fired off of? Yeah, that one.
She knows the name of it.
Yeah. Sorry, it can't all be like my sister, my whatever. That's the name of her podcast. It's like,
oh, what?
It's like, it was a line she delivered once to Tamra, like, you're my sister, my soulmate.
Oh.
So it's like my sister, my soulmate, my podcast.
Oh.
It's too long of a name.
It's a bit long.
Yeah.
That doesn't roll off the tongue like husbands watching Housewives.
It does not. Take pointers, Vicky. So anyways, they got into it, blah, blah, blah. And then they did the chaotic freaking game.
Yeah, too many rules. Like, it's the sort of thing where, especially as you have to imagine that some of them, well, they were drinking. Tamra, or was it Shannon, had her very weak tequila and soda.
Girl, just get a soda.
Yeah,
like.
But I'm sure that's the problem, though. Like even if we were to have a party right now, it's like a small little dinner gathering, and we had like a little murder mystery thing, most of our guests would be like, by round 2, but I'm done with this. I don't want to play this. This is stupid.
It gets awkward. It's like when we had our friends over and we did Two Truths and a Lie. I think they enjoyed it to a certain extent, but I think they're also humoring me because it was my birthday.
Yeah.
And they're in our house. But I think after a while...
I actually enjoyed it, though.
Yeah, but I think they were both like... They're all like, why are we doing this? Like, it could just been like a Traitors theme. We just said that earlier.
Yeah, fine. Say it again.
It's true. It should have just been that. Like, it was just too many pieces. And then I don't understand why she threw Tamra in the pool.
Well, I mean, just probably because it's good TV. And the producer's like, push in the pool. And,
well, also,
and Tamra wasn't expecting it, I'm sure.
She wasn't, but also too the fact that Teddi chose the wrong person.
Yeah, I wonder what that was all about.
So Heather, spoiler alert, was the traitor, and
she just pointed at the wrong person.
She pointed at Vicky, but I guess Teddi thought she was pointing at Tamra. And so the wrong person got, but it all worked out in Heather's favor anyway.
Right. So I wonder why Heather wanted Vicky dead.
Have you met Vicky?
No, I never have, actually. Have you?
No, I did not. You know, we shouldn't say this. She had like a near-death experience.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, she has like a 10% survival rate.
That was sad to hear about, though. I mean, you don't want to hear and people, especially when they get disoriented and they don't know what's going on and they nearly die, that's all.
She was basically blacked out, was at work and didn't know what she was saying. Was like gibberish.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
Especially, their age, it's not like she's in her 60s, right? She's like
60s.
Oh, okay. I thought she's like in her 50s. That doesn't seem premature.
Shannon is also like 61 or so. She looks damn good.
I'm going to be 47. Damn it. My hips don't work. There's no hope for me. My hips aren't even lying. They're just not working.
I thank you. I was going to go there, but you beat me to it. Yes.
Thank you.
Excellent. So whatever game, it was bullshit. But I think we got the Heather Katie scene.
Right.
Which
was a little bit harsh. I think... Katie did what she was supposed to do, which is try to apologize.
Right.
And the fact that Heather wasn't here,
had no interest.
Yeah, no interest at all.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of right what she's saying. Like, her actions moving forward will dictate, whether or not they're friends, or they become friends. So, I suppose. But
it was a dumb fight to begin with. Katie chose the wrong way to write into this.
And she's still doubling down on it, though.
It's the wrong thing to double down on. Just double down on the fact that she was snobby to you. Everyone would be like, oh, I get that.
Yeah.
Just...
Very true.
So whatever. And then... we already talked to Emily and Jenn. So.
Yeah, I feel like the Traitors kind of element of the episode, way too much Traitors talk.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that Bravo was paid or like somehow they got credits at the Peacock family store or something.
Well, it's all under the same umbrella.
I know, that's what I mean. I hope they got like credits, for bringing up, doing a favor, a solid, we'll do a crossover.
Right.
And have more Housewives on in the future, right?
Should have just gotten like Alan. I'm sure you would have done it.
Well, probably in Scotland, a castle or something.
That's true. But I'm sure you were like hanging out with like crazy Housewives. Yes, I'll do it.
Love it. But yeah, I think that kind of took away from a lot of the episodes just because so much time was spent on that premise. Like, I think we would have had more drama otherwise. But I guess there was... a good fair share of it, and there was a lot of flashbacks.
Right, that they're funny. And the whole, like, the Tamra being a traitor flashback sequence. Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't think, like, it really left much to advance, the existing dramas. I mean, we got the resolution that I liked with Emily and Jennifer.
And to a certain extent with Heather and Katie.
That's not resolution.
Oh, and then the freaking Tres Amigas like got together, but we all know that like Tamra is done with both of them now, so it's like it's just so dumb.
Yeah,
and it's like just choose, like go with your first instinct. These are not the friends for you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Also, from the clips that we just saw, it just did not seem... I mean, I'm sure if you're there and you're in the spirit of it, it's a fun kind of time, but it seemed really, really, really cheesy, the Tres Amigas show.
Beyond cheesy.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather... I think I agree with most of the comments that I saw. I'd rather watch Luann's show.
Definitely, because I'm sure it's a live band. They're not doing a weird version of that Sam Smith song.
Yeah. Just kind of weird.
It's just really weird.
But Shannon, our friend Shannon, went and saw Luann.
Right.
She had to leave early. It was the second embarrassment was too much.
I mean, but I think Shannon's very sensitive. So I don't know if I don't have a strong urge to go see it. But if she were to come around our way, like maybe in Sonoma, I would go.
You'd go?
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing OC in the Sonoma.
I can't wait for that. Yes.
They kind of in the mid-season trailer, like they mentioned it before the mid-season. In this episode, they mentioned going to Sonoma, didn't they? Yeah,
it's something to do with, I feel like, LGBTQ youth. Did I make that up?
No, I think you said it right. And that explains why they go to Guerneville. Because all the youth, all the gay youth in Guerneville, that's the total demographic there.
Totally. Housewives fans, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But not the youth Housewives fans. The Palm Springs of the Redwoods.
I'm sad that we missed them when they were up here.
Yeah, it's true. I see.
When we read about it in the paper, we're like, what?
Yeah. If we had our ears to the grindstone a little bit more, we could have heard about it and gone up there and...
Ears to the ground?
I like the grindstone. Let me make
up to the grindstone.
I'm going to make up my own metaphors. You can't stop me.
Sure.
But yeah, it's not like we would have gotten in the car and gone to Guerneville and been like, Tamra, have you seen Tamra?
No, because there's no reception out there.
That's the thing that bothers you.
Every time.
Maybe.
Every time.
Well, you were on a different carrier last time. Maybe now that you're on my carrier, you'll have some...
Nobody has reception, period, in Guerneville. I don't know how they get anything done.
They don't. They go out there just to hook up with each other. That's pretty much it. Right?
Amongst other things.
Or stand in the pool and drink mudslides, right? Or pretend to drink mudslides.
I only had sips. I can't drink a full mudslide. I would die. I die. Was there anything else that we're missing from this episode?
I'm looking over your head and I see Shannon. I spy with my little eye. No, I think we talked about everybody. I think it was all good.
Mm-hmm.
One thing, the people were without makeup, a good portion of this episode. I always like seeing that. But otherwise, I think we covered everyone.
Yeah.
And it was really good makeup. Yeah, it was good.
It was chaotic. As much as it was chaotic, this edited version, I can only imagine like before they chopped it up, how like, what the hell is happening?
Right.
Yeah. Because I was just like, I don't understand.
Yeah, it seemed, with that whole, with the whole Traitors of it all, it seemed like they were all kind of waiting and trying to go along with it, but like this just isn't structured well. And so like,
The fact that they rebelled and were like, we're not doing the boat thing. Like, it was just like, there had to have been like a full on, I bet it was Vicky, was like, I'm not doing it.
Well,
I won't throw in the pool. I don't trust Teddi.
And also, it was probably way colder than they were anticipating when they planned the whole thing. It's like it rains every day in Orange County, even in the winter. So
damn cold. Yeah,
very cold. Well, when the breath's popping out, then
right, for sure those weaves were probably frozen.
Everyone's weaves a good one in Orange County, right?
Well,
there's no Jackies.
No, well, sometimes Shannon's looks really beat down. Like, not in her confessionals. Confessionals great, but like just every day the tracks are very noticeable, and not like where you're seeing like a hole like Jackie, but or Gina in the past.
I love it when you get like little catty about people's weave.
Look, you got to really maintain that. Okay, Jenn spending her bottom dollar on some good weave.
Yeah, she has no money. She has no money, and she refuses.
That's your bottom dollar on that weave.
Yeah. She refuses to sell her Rolex, but she can still keep her weave done.
I mean, it's like the song said, like, you're looking tough to death, got your weave done right.
I don't know that song.
It's from the Quad C DJ song, Come and Ride the Train.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that song, but I don't know
it's like, you're looking tough to death. Got your weave done right. It's on so tight. Now it's on tonight. Yeah.
I mean, I just know the important part of that song, which is come on, ride the train,
and the
choo-choo, ride it.
Right.
That's what I know about that song.
Well, I still have the Quad City DJ CD, so I know all the words.
But I'm still so disappointed when our friend who would work regularly in the Quad Cities in Iowa found out that that's not the Quad Cities that the Quad City DJs are from.
Oh, right.
I was very disappointed to find that out because I was home one day hoping to go to Iowa and meet the Quad City DJs, but that's never going to happen.
Is that the one, not supposed to say country, state that you're missing?
No,
like Michigan,
Idaho, and Montana. No, I have all the rest.
Gotcha.
So we got to Idaho and Montana with us.
I do like potatoes.
I don't know if we'll like Idaho though.
Right, I know what you're talking about.
On that note, till next time.
Till next time.